Hey guys, today I will be doing, how do I say it? I'll be doing a fidget spinner review. This review will be a little bit about some fidget spinners that are really nice. So the first one, this actually will only be about one fidget spinner, and it's called the SPINNERZ Spinner's Spinner. It comes in a variety of colors: purple, blue, white, and the caps are never matching, which is something I like. And one weird thing is there's a concave cap and whatever cap this is called. I'm not sure. It's like bulging out. So the first time I tried it, it slipped out of my hands because I wasn't used to it. But then I ended up getting a little hang of it. Right out of the box, it has a 4-minute spin time. It's actually not a box, it's just a tag. 4-minute spin time reduces to about 3 or 2, which is still really good for a fidget spinner like this. It's not made in China, which is a sign of a well-made product. No offense to anybody who's watching this video. Only cameras are able to catch the lines that this fidget spinner makes. The blinking that you can see, because it's going so fast that the human eye is not able to spot them. Because when I am looking at it, I cannot see them. The camera is able to capture it, and that is a cool thing. So, more into the fidget spinner. It's shaped like the triangle, and it has these curved lines that hold one ball, metal ball, and they work just like a regular bearing would, just a little bit more free. Like, you can actually go like that, up, down. So that's great. Spinning it on this side makes it slightly like a top. So then it spins and acts like a top. Not the most methodical approach, but it's there. So that's one cool effect. Its one-hand spinning technique is awesome. To try to do the one-hand spin on a regular fidget spinner, let me just get a fidget spinner. You take your there are two ways. I'll show you both. You take your middle finger, place it in the small hole under your thumb, then you flick it. For the other way, going actually backwards, you find the same one, except with your index finger, and you flick backwards. You can do the same thing with your middle finger, flick backwards. For me, the backwards flick is more efficient. It gives a little bit cooler of a thing than just with the Batman fidget spinner, if you do have one, you find the third hole and you spin. This fidget spinner needs the bearings need a little bit of cleaning. That's the only problem, but that's okay. With the standard fidget spinners, this one has, I don't want to get a copyright strike, this one has same method. I actually wouldn't recommend buying the regular ones. The knockoffs are actually better than these. Cost less and work better. The cool effect that it's making that you guys can see is only because of the camera. So don't force yourself to buy these fidget spinners and hoping that the cool effect will show, because it's actually not there unless you're using the camera, because I can't see it. Last one for the fidget spinners with the flat edges here and only one bearing cap. It's a little bit harder. You won't get as great as a spin. It's So you need the bearing cap mostly to do the great spin. But enough of that, back to the fidget spin. One-hand spin techniques are great. It weighs a good half a pound, maybe. Not the best practical one to carry around in your pocket, because it sounds like this in your pocket. So all day in school, I was just mad. I wasn't caught, though. The downside here is this hole. If any dust or sand gets into it, it affects the bearing because it's a stray hole down to the bearing. But it's there as an oil reservoir to put in oil without opening the bearing and getting your hands all dirty. So that's a good part. The reason this one looks a little bit different is because it doesn't have the regular fidget spinner bearings. So you can go to www.papersource.com and buy these spinners, or you can look on Amazon. It's a fine way to do it. And table spin techniques are really good. You can just slide it off the table. It's off and on. So I would recommend buying this fidget spinner. It has this ID here. It was made in New York, and it has an ID. It says made in the US, and like the camera won't focus. See if I can get it a little close. Maybe a little farther away. Here, I'll read it for you. So it's not made in China, actually. It's made in the US. So this is the spinner. You might be able to go to spinners.com and buy one. They're $8 with a discount $6. And I hope you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe and come back for more. Texts. And thanks, guys.